now that I have your attention, we're gonna talk about the things that you should not be doing as a sticker shop owner. Hey guys, my name is Rachel and I make videos all about planner sticker shops, how to run them, behind the scenes of my own, everything like that. So if that is something that's interesting to you, make sure you click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you want to see more of these videos. So as I've already said, we are getting into the things that you need to stop doing as a planner sticker shop owner. Alright guys, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about are the excuses. So this only really applies to you if you haven't gotten started, but if you are trying to start a planner sticker shop, you've got to stop giving yourself excuses. I'm going to put it right here in the cards because I have a video talking all about this and all the excuses that we give ourselves to keep us from doing stuff and why you should throw those excuses out the window and just keep going. So the next thing that I think you need to stop doing is underselling or undervaluing your product or yourself. So when you're pricing your product, you really need to keep a couple things in mind. Your time, it's important, it's valuable. You're spending time on this, so you need to make sure that you're paying yourself for it. The cost of your supplies, as well as like all the fees and stuff, depending on which platform you choose to go with it. But definitely make sure that you are factoring in all of those things when you're pricing your product. I see so many new shops come in and they want to price it at like 75 cents a sheet or $1. And I'm not talking about those shops that do like dollar day or something like that. That's totally fine if once in a while you mark down your prices, but to just sell it always at like 75 cents or $1, you're probably not making any money. And yeah, you're gonna get orders, but in the long term, you're not going to be able to keep up with that and you're not going to be making any money. So definitely make sure that you're not undervaluing yourself or your product. Now the next thing kind of rolls in with that, and that is to stop having big sales all the time. I see so many shops that are like 60, 70% off every weekend. Don't do that. You're not going to be making any money. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of orders, but you're really going to burn yourself out with trying to keep up with all of that and not actually making money and being able to pay yourself. So I think most shops have been guilty of this. Definitely not 60 or 70% off, but like for me, when I started, I was doing 20% off every weekend. I still do discounts on my new releases, but I don't do it shop wide all the time. Sales and discounts should be a special thing for your customers. It shouldn't be something that they're just expecting all the time. And if they expect it all the time, they're never gonna pay full price. So you may as well just like discount your stuff to that price and don't have a sale. I know it can be really tempting, especially when you want to get orders, but in the long run, it's not gonna do you any favors and it's just gonna be not good for your shop. So don't just have sales all the time. Make them something that's special. Try to change it up in what you offer and what you do for sales. And like I said, don't just do it all the time just to get orders. I'm not saying it's bad to have sales, and I'm not saying you shouldn't every now and then, but back to back to back and high percentages are just not really the way to go about it. You want to make sure that you're still making money even when you're offering a sale, and that's why you're doing this, right? You're trying to make money or at least break even, I hope. So make sure that you're not just doing sales all the time for the sake of getting a sale. Don't take the cheap way out of things. Don't try to just buy the cheapest paper, the cheapest ink, the cheapest all of that, because you're not gonna have a good product if you're going cheap on everything. That's not to say don't try to be budget friendly, but don't just like get the really terrible sticker paper because it's cheap. Make sure that you're doing your research, you're trying to find the best sticker paper. If you guys wanna know all about sticker paper, I'm gonna link a video right here where I talk about sticker paper. Make sure you check out that video if you're wondering about that. But don't just try to like find the cheapest paper, and I've been guilty of this, you guys. When I first started, I was getting sticker paper from Staples and it was not the best quality. Obviously, I was still learning, I was still trying to get my name out there, and whenever I started my shop, it was kind of by accident. It was never supposed to be a business. I'm so thankful that it is, but it wasn't supposed to be. So I was just using paper for myself, and I put it up on Etsy and sold stickers with that paper, which was probably not the best idea. If I was going to sell it to other people, I should have upped my quality right then. But you know what? It worked out. You live, you learn. But if I can save you from that mistake, I'm gonna try to do that. So make sure you don't just go cheap on everything. You really research, you try to find the best products for you. Same thing with like a printer. I'm gonna link my printer video where I talk about printers. And there's some really good printers that are on the cheaper side of things. But there are some that I wouldn't recommend because they're not going to give you the best quality. It's not going to be the best product that you can put out there. So I think you have to find a good balance of not breaking the bank, but also really focused in on giving the best quality products that you can. And you can still do that without breaking the bank, but you just need to be smart about it and research it. Definitely don't just cheap out on everything. This one's really, really important, so hang tight with me, guys. Do not spam people. If you guys watched last week's video where I talked about all of my tips for starting a sticker shop, I'm gonna link it right here. I talked about promoting your sticker shop. Yes, you should be promoting your sticker shop, but should you just spam people? No. Gonna give you a couple of examples. So one example that I have happen here on YouTube is I will put out a video about, you know, the behind the scenes of my sticker shop, and I get people who are linking their Etsy shop. That is spam. Most of the time YouTube flags it for me, so you never actually see those comments, but those are spam. But that's one example on YouTube that happens a lot. The other thing I see a lot of is like people will go on Instagram and they will find other people's customers and they will direct message them and be like, hey, I have a sticker shop, check it out. Do not do that. Please, please do not do that. Most people think it's rude. It's just not. And most of the time, I don't know that anybody actually goes and checks out shops whenever people do that. I cannot stand it when people do that to me. It's okay if you go into Facebook groups, if they have like where you can promote your shop and you can like put a thing and say, hey guys, like I'm having a sale if you want to check it out, here's the link. But to just like private message people or comment on their YouTube videos and be like, hey, I have a shop, check it out, that's not really the way to go about it. That's more considered spam. Do not do that. Do not do that, because people don't like it, and that's just not the best way to promote your shop. And you can show like your spread and everything in your YouTube videos, in your Instagram, all the things like that, but don't try to spam other people. It's kind of like when you do the whole sub for sub thing on YouTube, it just doesn't work, and it's really annoying actually. So don't spam people with your sticker shop, please. Please stop doing that. All right, and the last thing that I think you need to stop doing is comparing yourself to others. It is a dangerous game when you get into the comparison game. I'm telling you, it can just be a downward spiral for you. Do not do it. It can be really easy to look at someone's shop and think, oh my goodness, they have like 100,000 sales and they started after me, and what am I doing wrong, and all of that. But that's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to help you out at all. So you need to be focused on what you're doing, making the best product that you can, and being a better version of you than you were the day before. Those are my tips. Like, don't go comparing yourself to other shops. I know it can be so easy, you guys. Seriously, I've been doing this for 5 years, and there's so many big shops that started after me, and it can be really easy to be like, what am I doing wrong? Why do they have like all of these orders and I have like 2? But that's not helping me. That's not helping me become a better version of me, and it's really not helping my shop grow when I'm so focused on what somebody else is doing. So focus on what you're doing, stay in your lane. But that's not to say you shouldn't know what's going on with other sticker shops, but don't look at their shop and think that's where you should be, because you didn't see all the struggles they had beforehand. You know, just because a shop started after me, I didn't see like leading up to that and what they had to go through opening their shop. So it's unfair for me to look at the situation and compare the two. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It just doesn't work. So don't play the comparison game. It's only gonna rob you of your excitement and your joy and what you are doing. Focus on what you're doing. Make your product the best that it can be, and don't worry about what everyone else is doing and where they are in their journey, because your journey is not their journey. So don't compare it. But I recommend, if you have a problem with comparing yourself, maybe stop following them on Instagram, remove yourself from whatever it is where you're seeing everything that they're doing, whether it's a Facebook group, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is. And that's not to say you have to unfollow them because you don't like them, but if it's causing you to, you know, really feel down about what you're doing, then it's not good for you to follow that. It's not a positive influence, and you need to stop following that, you know. Or you can hide people. On Instagram, you can hide people for a while. So if you need to hide somebody's shop because you're so focused on what they're doing and why you're not at that place, hide them. Don't follow them for a little bit. It's gonna be okay. Life will go on, and you will learn how to focus on what you're doing and not comparing yourself. So do not compare yourself. Don't play that comparison game. It's not a fun game. You're always gonna lose at the comparison game, always. So don't do it. All right, guys, so those are the things that I think you really need to stop doing. If I failed to mention something, make sure to leave it in the comments and let me know what you think that we should stop doing, because I'm sure that there's more things that you should probably not be doing, but those are just the ones that I see a lot of and I think that you should stop doing, because it's only hurting you. You know, it's not stop doing it because it's annoying everybody else or it's hurting other shops. It's hurting you. And I want you guys to be able to grow your shop and have the best shop that you can. So make sure that you're not doing these things and you're actually trying to go about it the right way. And trust me, you guys, it'll take a lot of hard work, but you're gonna be proud of yourself when you realize how far you've come and you didn't have to do all of those things to get there. Guys, so that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up for me. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell notification so that way you stick around, you never miss a video from me. But that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.